So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? How's your new year going? Is it awesome so far? It should be. Well, I know you just got back to work and everything, but it might take you a couple of days to get rolling, get the big mo going. Momentum, if you haven't heard that before. Do you know the rules of success? There are certain things that need to be in a certain way. Now, I know a lot of people say, no, let's reinvent the wheel. Let's hack it somehow. Well, yeah, some of that works, but there's basics that just, like the sun rises, the sun sets. You just can't do anything about it. So we'll go over these rules. I do them at least once a year. Each time it's a brand new presentation, each time with different commentary and observations that will change your life. It all happens in the next 9 or 10 minutes. How awesome is that? It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. The positive boost you need every single day, looking at the world, no matter what the world throws at us, no matter how life gets in the way, we're like, I don't care. The truth is you want to cry in your beer, right? Sometimes it's like, why'd they do that? Why'd that happen? It's okay. You spin it around. You say, let's make something out of this. Make some lemonade out of the lemons, right? This show is basically a lemonade machine, okay? That's what this is. Good to have you here today. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at the Lemonade Machine, motivationtomove.com, and the Daily Boost. I want to share something with you. I talked about some of the words I'm using this year, and it's amazing how certain words are ringing in my head. Now, I'm a persistent guy. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes, because that's one of the things you need to do, one of the rules. Very persistent. I'm like a very mean dog. I'll bite onto something and I'll stick with it and hang on until I get what I want. But over time, I have learned that's not always the best way to do things, and friction-free is what I'm doing. So let me share a quick friction-free story for you, if I may. Because sometimes when I do this, people go, oh, I should do that. I've been going to a gym. I'll say I've been going to LA Fitness, a big gym, for a long time, and it's really crowded here in Port Orange. And every time I go there, they're peacocking all over the place, and the snowbirds are here, and the winter vacationers are here, and it's just thousands of people. It's crazy, and it's kind of frustrating. And I've been frustrated for a while. And last week, I walked in there and said, I'm done, going to find a new gym. So I went and joined a new gym. Walked in the door, let me give you the tour. No, just sign me up. You want monthly? Give me a year. Just sign me up. I'm done. Give me the year. I signed up, feeling kind of bad about it. I was like, oh, gosh, what about my friends? What about everything I know? I've been going there for years. Oh, my God, can I leave? See, we all feel this way, right? So I signed up, went away, I hurt my back, had to take a couple days off, got back in, and yesterday was the first time I was in doing a workout. And I walked in, and instead of thousands of people, wonderfully equipped gym, a beautiful gym, kind of a 24/7 kind of place, there was like 10 people. And they're all really nice. It was sort of laid back. And I'm walking around going, this is cool. I like this. I'm digging this. Where's the friction? Where's the stress? Where's the buzz? Where's the stuff? And I remember my own rule. I don't have to participate in stuff, and nor do you. Is there something that's been in your mind lately that this is bugging you? Maybe it's not even a conscious level. It's just kind of agitating you just a little bit, even though you're okay and you're positive and you're upbeat, but just a situation just kind of aggravates me some. Get the hell out of there. Just make the move. Go do it. I do it constantly. This is the most recent one I've done. A simple little change. I'm now excited to go to the gym and work out. I still have the membership there because I got a nice sauna. So now I'll go back to the sauna. Good to have you here today. We're going to talk about some rules to run your world. What are the rules of success? Do you have a list of the rules of success? Now, in this day and age with people like me and tens of thousands of other people and books and blogs and everything else, you should know the rules of success. I'm telling you. When I started this show 17 years ago, most people didn't know them. You had to buy tapes and go to seminars and all that kind of stuff. But now, if you don't know the rules, and if you're still trying to invent new ones, listen, every rule that we've ever lived by that has ever allowed humans to be successful has already been invented. Everything else is just fluff on top of that. So you can pretend like you're making up something new. You're not. Neither am I. So there's certain ways we do things. The sun rises, the sun sets. That's a rule. I'm going to get up at noon when the sun rises. It's not going to work for you. The sun rises, sun sets, right? There are rules in this world. If you study people who have success in any area of their life, you'll find they have a lot in common. Not only do they follow a set of rules, they follow those rules no matter how much life gets in the way. The big thing that we talk about here all the time. I follow lots of rituals. I stack habit upon habit upon a habit. The whole goal is to get everything very much automatic for myself. And I've got a lot of that. Have you read James Clear's Atomic Habits? He's been listening to me for years. I can tell. I read his book. He's listening to me. He is. But it's true. We set these habits and these rules in place, and then we just do them whether we want to or not. And frankly, the structure by putting these in place and having this mindset, it makes things easier. Well, I want freedom, Scott. I don't want structure. The minute you have structure in your life, you get freedom. Yeah, it's true. So what are the rules? Well, you hear people talk about the why all the time. Why? I'm not a big why guy first. I don't get to why first. I do what first. I always do. I know, I'm a renegade. I just realized one time, usually my why came up after I thought of my what. That was it. So the what came up, and somebody said, why do you want to do that? I go, Then I had to think about it. So when I looked at the way the actual world works, I said, okay, the what always arrives first, so that's it. But the why is the belief in yourself that you can do it. So he who has the strongest why will win. You need to make sure whatever reason you have, your why reason for whatever you're going to do, you better believe in it with your heart and soul. If you halfway believe in it, if you're not fully committed to it, it's just not going to happen. That's a rule. Better believe. The person who wins is the one who shows up. Do you show up? A lot of people don't these days. I show up all the time. If you don't show up, if you're late, I cancel you. I do. I'm famous for that. In fact, all my coaching calls, I call them at the prescribed time. If you're not there, I will call back 60 seconds later. If you're not there, call's canceled. Do it twice, you're canceled. He who shows up on time wins. You got to set boundaries and hold to it yourself and others. The person who is the most persistent wins. There's no doubt about that. Now, persistency in stupidity is not a great idea. But if you got it going on, if you've got some momentum happening, if you're just kind of working through the grind, you got to be persistent to get to the end of and get the rainbow and get the prize. The person who never assumes wins. Now, when I think about that, okay, if I know specifically certain things that I can control, I can assume the outcome. If anybody else is involved, or I don't know because I haven't been there, and by the way, setting goals, I'm going to do this. It's hard to do because you don't know what it's like because you've never done it before. So don't assume. If you're going to assume anything, assume that you don't know anything and work from that angle. You'll be better off. The person who is the best at what they do wins. I didn't say the most talented. I didn't say the most skillful. I say the one who is the best at what they do. They win all the time. So whatever you're doing, become the best at it. In fact, become so good, people say they're the best. The person who plans and documents their journey and interactions wins. Do you plan your stuff? Plan your day? Is your day laid out in advance? Mine is. When I get done with this podcast today, I'm done for the day. Worked about 4 hours today. I planned it in advance. I documented it too. I journal every single day. The person who never gives up total control to others wins. What does that mean? Should you give up control to others? Yes. You should delegate. You should let others help you. You should form a team. You should collaborate. There's no doubt about that. But you always take responsibility for yourself. Control of you and your destiny in life and everything you do comes down to you. But so does everybody else. Which means the minute you give control to somebody else and they start pulling you their direction, you've got to be willing to say, wait. I didn't give you everything. I just gave you that. I'm in control of my destiny. The person whose acceptance for responsibility for themselves wins. Self-explanatory. It's the R word. It is. It's like just a little bit worse than the A word, accountability. If you just accept responsibility, the buck stops with you, you're going to get it done. No, that's how it works. The person who serves the most wins. When you get yourself in a servant attitude, some people say, meaning that you really are a servant to anybody and everybody. Even if you're doing stuff to help them, you're still serving them. When you get in that position and you say, nope, I'm just in service. There's a lot of knowledge out there about that, and it works. The person who is grateful for everything wins. I wrote a book about gratitude. And a lot of the spin I put on the book was the fact that sometimes it's hard to be grateful for the crap that happens all day long, isn't it? How do you have a hard day? How do you survive a hard day? And you're in the muck of it. All you want to do is open a bottle of wine. And how do you be grateful for having gone through that? How do you do that? Read my book. Just go to dailygratitudeboost.com. Get the book. You'll figure it out. It's a grounded approach to gratitude. So I'm just saying, if you just want to be a gratitude-filled person, you can do that as well. But that's a little bit unicorn and rainbowy sometimes because we live in a real world. But as soon as you know you live in a real world and you ground it in that, it's easy to ride that unicorn. Basic rules, different than the lists you get elsewhere. Yeah, I'm not Reddit. What's Reddit? Oh, the person that takes actions automatically, like you will today and tomorrow and the next day. You are creating your life automatically from the experiences you give yourself. It's essential to be mindful of where you are heading and the basic rules that should not be broken, that you need to follow even if other people don't follow them, even if other people tell you should be doing that. There's basic rules in life. Like I said, humans have figured out every answer to everything. We just think we're smarter these days. We're not. Human intellect has not changed in eons. Has not. I'm smarter than those people were back in like 1921. Yeah, that's right. It was a year ago. But go back 2,000 years. Are you smarter than them? No. You might talk differently. Might say fewer bad or more bad words than they used to say. But your mind hasn't changed. You're still the same. The rules of what works has been laid down. Don't reinvent the wheel. Okay, enough of that today. Do me a favor. Visit me at my Facebook group. I will come out of vacation hibernation here probably this week. Kind of am right now. Go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Got a couple of neat things coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. You're going to join me. I'm going to let you get back in life, and then we'll invite you to come and spend some time with me. Have some fun. Look for me to let you know what's happening. Have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.